Hi, and welcome. And here we are in the month of August for our walk and talk in nature, introducing the theme for this month, which surprisingly enough is rest. And this was inspired because most people are out taking their holidays in the month of August, particularly here in France, but also elsewhere. August is really the month of taking a break, a longer break, going away and recuperating. And it was very interesting when I started thinking about this subject, because it could be the whole of stillness in action. And I really just came back down to rest. What does it mean to rest? Even rest and recuperate is more than one process. So right here this month, we're going to focus on what it means to rest, and to take a longer break, to take those 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks out of our normal routine, out of our working lives, to do something different. And my father always used to say, a change is as good as a rest. And up to a point, I agree with him. And actually, there are some times when actually not a change. Change is not enough. That pure rest is what's needed. And this made me reflect and realize that there's different rest depending on what we've been doing and what's got tired or exhausted. So typically these days, our rest is, we need mental rest. We're overcharged, supercharged with mental activity, with stress, with noise, with information, with being creative, with putting things in place. A lot of it is mentally demanding. So for me, mental rest, if I'm going to switch my mind off, I like to be doing something physical, actively, physically engaged in something. And when it's challenging, it means that we can really focus on just that physical activity, whether it's, swimming, climbing, walking, something that requires our attention. Maybe painting or drawing, or doing a jigsaw puzzle. It allows our overworked minds to literally switch off. And then sometimes it's physical rest. Sometimes we're just been on the go so much, and the mental stress, but also the getting to work, the making sure everybody's all right in the family. There's a lot of demands, getting out there, doing our physical activity, our sport or whatever it is. We need to physically rest, and maybe that's sleep, to give ourselves enough time to sleep, to go to bed early and to wake up naturally. And it might be rest in relationships. And it might be that we either just want to rest into a relationship or have time alone, be in solitude and take time out for ourselves, especially when we have young children. Taking just a time for ourselves to go at our own rhythm and our own pace and do what we enjoy for ourselves is a blessing. That is the best rest. And then there's spiritual rest. We don't really think about spiritual rest. What does that actually mean? And for me, it means taking time out in nature. I think this is my spiritual rest. It might be lying in the sand on the beach. It might be watching the waves. It might be sitting in the meadows, looking at the breeze in the trees, letting time pass, not being conscious at all, aware of time, and allowing ourselves simply to be. So there is a desire I do have an intention for this month, but I'm going to share that with you in the challenge next Monday. And in the meantime, it's really just paying attention to what is our best rest. Sometimes we opt for distraction, or we opt for going out and doing stuff when actually that's not really what we need. And sometimes we opt for doing nothing when actually going out and doing something would be a better way of resting our overworked minds, and laughter. I think laughter is a wonderful way of resting. So I wish you a very wonderful holiday if you are on holiday already, or if you're going away on holiday. I know that a change of environment is key, so I do imagine that you're away somewhere different, somewhere new, partly because we don't have all those environmental reminders of all the things we're meant to be getting done, and partly because it's intriguing, and our minds are active without being active, if that makes any sense. And a lot of people do come where I am to be on holiday. And this summer, bizarrely enough, it feels more like being on holiday to me, because we have so few people coming, with the closing of the roads and the access being very different. I'm not sure what I'm taking away from that yet. Beginning to ramble. So I'm going to let you enjoy your holidays, and do touch base even when you feel like just touching base. And it might be that you're doing no social media, no computers, and that's fine. You can come and enjoy whatever's here at the end of the month, when you come back into connection with all that is computer and social media and videos and anything else. Have a wonderful, wonderful month of August. And I will either see you during the month of August, or when you come back in September.